right, we got a really special guest today. Niki Coleman, as far as we know, but you seem to know for fact, the only national comedian from Norman, Mississippi?
That's right.
I mean, that's pretty big. When you come from such a small town, I mean, to now living in Austin, playing shows all over the South, all over the place, really, right? I
Yes.
mean, there isn't states that are off limits at this point.
None at all. International or anything. I am open to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool just to come from that part of the United States and now going national. And how did you get into comedy in the first place?
Well, I didn't know what to do. I lost my job as an engineer. I got really sick with cancer and everything. And I had a friend of mine that I went to college with that told me I was funny. He was like, "You're not doing anything else. Come tell jokes." So my first comedy show, I did 27 minutes in Gulfport, Mississippi. And my second comedy show, I was at the Coliseum with Michael Blackson and DC Young Fly. So I've been doing it ever since. It's like, I tell people comedy was never my dream. It's my purpose because I never knew I was going to be a comedian. And I love it.
You know, that's so interesting to me because, you know, for me, like, I always knew I wanted to do this. But for other people, they get on this path, and then all of a sudden you become something, you're like, wow, I love this. And I know Rick Ross might be in the news for a different reason, battling with Drake, but you're being a part of something that Rick Ross is putting on this weekend.
Wrong Rick Ross.
Oh, no!
It's okay.
No.
This is actually Freeway Rick Ross.
Freeway Rick Ross.
Freeway Rick Ross.
See, I see Rick Ross there, and I think Mississippi. He's from here, so I put those two together.
It's okay. It's tomorrow in Meridian, Mississippi. I will be at the Freeway Rick Ross Queen City Comedy Jam in Meridian. You guys can check that out. Also tonight, I will be at Belligerent Bingo in Gulfport, Mississippi. Well, St. Martin, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Just non-stop touring. Saturday, Reserve, Louisiana for the Run with Tommy Autism Walk. And Sunday, I'll be in Houston. And Monday, I get to go home and rest because I'm too old for this.
It's funny. The joke's on me at this point, thinking that I got the Rick Rosses mixed up. But I guess when your name, but I guess when your name is Rick Ross, your mind goes to one.
Well, you got to see. You have to go and do the research of why his name is Rick Ross and who he got that name from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we got to bring Freeway Rick Ross on.
You should. He's a very good guy to have on your show. He has a lot of knowledge in his head, you know.
All right, so what type of comedian would you say you are?
I am the minister of laughter. I tell the truth. I try to help people learn through my mistakes and the things in life. I'm not perfect. Never been perfect. As a mother, as a daughter, as a friend, I've made some mistakes. And the only way I got through it was to just try to calm myself and make other people laugh. So my mission is to let people know, don't give up on anything you have in life. You don't have to turn to drugs, alcohol. You can turn to laughter, because I never knew anyone who died from laughter.
No, never.
Never.
No. That's
so
it's always
my purpose to deliver the message.
It's always a good thing. And you told me something really interesting. You are kind of a freestyle comedian. You say you don't really write down your jokes. And most comedians, I think, do, right? Or am I wrong about that?
Yeah, a lot of comedians write their jokes. Me, I'm more of, I feel the energy of the room. I have a lot of stories to tell. I've been through a lot, so I try to connect with my audience. And whatever comes out of my mouth at that time comes out of my mouth. I do clean comedy as well, so I love it. I mean, it's so natural to me. I'm just being myself. I'm not a comedian because I'm funny. I mean, I'm not funny because I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian because I'm funny.
Right. No, that makes complete sense. Do you have like a clean joke you could tell me right now?
I do. I have a clean joke. This is one of my famous jokes. I am from Norman, Mississippi, where the population is 1,500, and I'm related to 1,498 of them, y'all. It's hard growing up in the country, but I love it.
Who are the other two?
It's a deer and a raccoon.
hey, by the way, or you see all the cows on the way.
Right, they're behind my house.
Oh,
my mom's house in Norman. It's about 30 bulls back there, yeah.
So tell me, other than the show you're doing this weekend, the show you're doing tonight, just talk about, how you find shows, how you get booked, and how people can find you.
I am a booking agent of myself, okay? I've booked myself every show I've been on. I have done shows on shrimp boats. I have done shows in the backwood of Hippie Fest. I have driven to St. Louis and slept in my car for 50 bucks. I have really put in work over 7 years to have performed at 32 states. I even had Sweden come down from Sweden and put me in a documentary with one of their most famous chefs and journalists out there. So I just get my name out there and promote myself everywhere I go.
Is it true that the life of a comedian is difficult?
For some, not me, because I'm like this every day, all day.
But it's a grind.
It's a grind. Yeah, it's a grind. You know, especially coming from Mississippi, where things are different from Texas. In Texas, you have so much competition. In Mississippi, you don't have that many comedians, so you really get paid for your shows. In Texas, you may get $100 in opposed to whatever else you get. But in Mississippi, traveling, I make pretty good doing that, but it's a big difference. It's a grind. If you can come from Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama doing comedy, you can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere.
You can make it anywhere.
All right, last question. What could you tell your younger self? What would you want to tell your younger self?
What would I want to tell my younger self? Don't go to college, because you're going to have to pay back student loans, and you're just going to end up a comedian anyways. That's what I would tell myself.
Well, you have an engineering degree, right?
I do.
So I mean, you obviously did really well in school.
I did. Air Force. I was also the first engineer to work for Southwest EPA in Norman, Mississippi.
Wow.
Yes, I was the first, like I said, first female engineer there. That's another first. I'm nervous now.
No, it's awesome.
I don't know. I would tell people from my town, don't give up just because where you're from. It'll stop you from where you're going if you did that, you know. Yeah. Let where you from be where you from, but make home where you love to be. And I'm sorry, Texas is going to be my home from here on out. I'm always from Mississippi, but my heart is in Texas now. I love it there.
Nikki, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, go drop us a line or send some videos. What would you tell your younger self? WJTV.com/upload.